Bada boom, this one the goddamn ring. I am the Thabreakmaster. I am your host today for some more seasonal talk. This is episode 5. We in here. We in here almost like the halfway point when it comes to seasonal talk. So I hope you guys have been enjoying these live stream content smorgasbords of all the animes that we're talking about today. Alright? So we have a lot to talk about. We're pretty much talking about all the shows that I'm currently watching on one thing here, and then we're gonna discuss what is the anime of the week. Okay, I just want to throw that out here, and maybe I'll even give you like a short list of like some of my favorite openings out of the season so far, because some of these openings are freaking fantastic. Okay, I didn't get time to put that as a list altogether, but I can still talk about that. So without further ado, let's get this goddamn intro going, shall we? All right. Welcome in, Ghost Tab. I appreciate you always jumping up in here. That's why you are number one. Anna, hello. How are you? And we just, what? Remake of the, what? Okay, all right. I'm going to ignore what he's even talking about. Welcome in, Quetz. So, let us go ahead and start talking about all the animes that we got here on the list. Start off with Cleavantis, all right? Cleavantis. This show, again, like I think I said last week when it comes to Cleavantis here, this show I feel like has gotten to a good like rhythm. It found its base, I think, at this point, and so because where we're at now, I don't know. I'm not getting any shows that I'm watching that's like I'm not getting anything out of the episodes that are like super fantastic. Like it's a solid anime. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing, but this isn't something that's like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing of all time, right? We're not saying that about like Cleavantis, right? I do believe that there's potential for, big moments to happen, because again, there's a lot of setup that's going on here within this week's episode in particular. Interestingly enough, Cleavantis himself, I think he's getting more fond of the two human characters that he actually has around him at this point, to where he's seeing the good attributes of them. The fact that this dude was actually telling to the hero chick that you can still be a hero says a lot, actually. Like, to actually kind of like mend that emotional side that she has, where she's just feeling like she's no longer a hero, given that she's out here just killing suckers and has to follow orders from this demon right here, right? So it's nice to see that there is a level of care that he's actually starting to show towards the people that he has around him. You know what I mean? And the wet nurse that they got, like, she's kind of OP. Apparently, she's incredibly strong, which I guess makes sense given you got the blood inside of you. You got this demon blood in you. It's making you strong as heck. But besides that, it's also the fact that she's just really good at her job. She knows what she's doing when it comes to this goddamn baby. Like, she knows exactly what she's doing, trying to do the best she can to protecting this baby. I do wonder if she's actually going to battle at any point in time, though. Because with how this episode ends, we have somebody from a different regime trying to go after the baby. Because, he has royal blood, and they want that royal blood so they can keep manufacturing these weapons that they got going on here. So they want that baby. So the thing here is, as you know, she has super strength. It makes you wonder if the wet nurse is going to start putting hands on somebody, right? Like, I do wonder if she's going to be a participant when it comes to actually fighting as well, outside of just the hero chick, because the hero chick can only do so much. She only have her weapon at the moment because she kind of got caught in the, unfortunate situation at hand, right? So I do wonder how this whole thing is gonna actually play out, and I just also feel like at the end of the day, Cleavantis needs, I think, more people on his side, and the fact that he's also trying to kind of rebuild in a way the kingdom that he destroyed, because he still needs that kingdom so that the kid can actually have a way to royalty. If that kingdom gets completely taken over, then his lineage, his royalty means nothing. So it's like you got to make sure that's actually still together. So it's kind of a funny situation that he's kind of in right now. Again, not bad, and I do look forward to seeing what's going on here. Right, is scarred like Alicia's. Yeah, and thank God she's also strong because Klein used the remains of the dark beast. True, you got a point there. Yeah, kill the remaining body, so unlike Alicia, Neil has dark beast body parts on top of her. That's very true. You got a point there. You got a very good point there, Anna. Because yes, it's interesting. Because like that's what I'm trying to say again. Is this wet nurse gonna be like even better than what we got here? Like, I'm just saying, all right. Also, Bluegrass, welcome in, man. We're talking about Cleavantis. This is the first show we're seeing. You see it on the pic. You see it right here, man. Any show we're talking about, it's right there. You can see it. Are you blind? I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. She is part troll. What you mean by that? I mean, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. How you doing, Zaya? We're gonna freaking kick ass next episode for the baby. I mean, again, we saw the determination she had for the baby. If you remember correctly, right? She was on a last life freaking support, and she was still trying to set that baby. Freaking arms gone, blade gone, and she's like, let go. This is my job to that baby. So I was like, all right. Again, that's what made me say she's kind of goated. All right. I can't read that language. All right, sucker. You better start getting that hooked on phonics. But no, it's good. Like you just said too, Ghost Tab, it found its pace, and therefore I think this is why the show's good. Is it best of this week? I'm gonna spoil it for you right now. This is not it. This is not it. It's surprising what actually won this week. And I think Ghost Tab, you're gonna be happy about this. But it's surprising what won this week. Because there's some good episodes this week. One show in particular surprised me because it's freaking done. Which is why you look at the title and look at the stream thumbnail. I pointed to it, like, what's going on here? Yes, I watched today's episode. Yep. Baby back ribs, all right? Come on, I don't know about all that, all right? Let's move on to the next anime. Next anime, all right? Ugly Mug Epic Fighter. Again, and I want to iterate this. I don't hate isekais. I like isekais that know how to tell a goddamn proper story that doesn't use all the same goddamn tropes all the freaking time. It's a little bit of rant, but I am so done with seeing so many different isekais come out, and it's the same type of jargon, same type of fantasy world, slaves, and freaking all the nudity that's be rampant in it. Because, you know, it's always a power fantasy of the dude, like, I'm the strongest guy, and the dude got no personality. I hate that crap. I'm tired of it. And, like, why would you have anime like this? That's why when Ugly Mug Epic Fighter came into the freaking scene, I watched a couple episodes, and you know what? This show's really doing it. It's actually doing what I was hoping it would do, which is actually getting deeper into having both of their past lives and the actual life that they're living right now kind of converge a little bit. I like this a lot. This is what you're supposed to be doing right here. All right? Like, the fact that we're actually getting everybody's, like, information of what they put on their special notes is really nice. It's really nice. I like that aspect of the show, and seeing how the Ugly Mug took over here is trying to, like, handle the situation at hand. Like, he does a really good job, especially considering his freaking limitations. He can't touch women. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's the type of show I'm talking about. Like, this is not blowing nothing away. I just want to say this right now. This is not a show that's, like, blowing everything away or anything like that. But for what it's worth, if you're looking for an isekai that is doing something different, I do want more eyes on this show. This is an isekai worth watching, because it does something completely different from typical freaking isekai shows that you normally see. So I have to give it all the praise simply because of that, and it's actually doing its story well. It's doing it well enough to keep it interesting and entertaining. All right, I'm gonna binge this once it's done. Hey, you're gonna have a good time with this. This is a good show. If you like isekais, but you also like stuff that's different from an isekai, this Ugly Mug Epic Fighter is doing exactly that. And I'm surprised it's doing it, okay? Like, I'm wondering when it's going to start falling off. To be honest with you, part of me, maybe a pessimistic side of me, feels like this show's going to fall off at some point, and it's going to be a generic slice of, not slice of life, freaking isekai at some point, right? Like, I feel like that might be the case once all these special notes kind of come into play here, maybe. I don't know. I do wonder the longevity of what this show can actually bring. But for what it's worth, for the couple episodes we have seen thus far for the show, it's good. It is good. Yeah, show feels very different. The show is such a good isekai in my opinion, especially since pretty much everyone isekai'd to, yeah, exactly. Everybody isekai'd to this world. It's not freaking Truck-kun coming in and taking everybody out, all right? When they're taking the baby to the end goal, then threw it in the ground like a touch. Oh, let's get out here with that. Come on now. That's a picture of my dad. That's a handsome fella right there. All right, that's a handsome fella right there, brother. All right. Let me stop. But no, even like this whole situation with the chick that we had to deal with, where, you know, I don't know why she put a special note like this. That was kind of stupid, but she got isekai into this world, and her special note was like, "Oh man, I hate all pretty women." Like, why would you do that? Like, why would you write that in your notes? And so the game compels you to actually always attack pretty women because, you know, you told yourself to do that. Like, so you stupid. Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? But no, like, Ugly Mug Epic Fighter is a really good isekai. I enjoy the show quite a bit. I'm just happy that there's isekais like this still being made that are out right now, that I feel like it breaks the mold, and we need more of this. We need more of this. Okay. Yeah, so special notes, especially except Sneggies, that they were pretty generic and the world interpreted into a way that's a transformation. Yeah, that's a transformation. Exactly, right? I do appreciate that too. I do wonder though, because it does take that liberty of like kind of like taking that expression and making it in something else entirely. It makes you wonder how. Like, I feel like the special notes can also backfire. We already seen one so far from that chick, right? But I wonder how far it can go when it comes to how much the special notes can actually backfire on somebody, right? You know what I mean? I do wonder about that. Or junk food as a card stats? No, not that. That chick was not generic at all. I mean, she's not. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to her abilities and everything. But look, this is good, worth watching. Let's move on to the next goddamn show. God dang it. Oh, yeah. I had to keep this here. I forgot about that. We'll talk about it. Sure. Turkey, because me and Ann are still watching it. Turkey is still a show that we're watching right now. And it's not bad. I don't know. It's like, you would think a freaking bowling anime that goes back into the Sengoku period of time. There's another Isekai, by the way. Just want to throw it out here. In Sengoku period of time. Wouldn't be interesting, wouldn't be fun to watch, right? But the show's honestly not bad. Like, it's actually kind of just, it has entertaining elements to it that I can't hate on it, you know? Like, I'm kind of shocked by this, okay? It's weird. It's weird, okay? It's okay. Is it really an Isekai of its time travel? Yes, in a way. I mean, to go to another, well, I mean, it's not really another world. It's another time period. Would you consider this an Isekai then? Will they fight chickens? Maybe. Who knows? I mean, they're in the Sengoku period time. There is not impossible that they have to like make their own food and stuff like here. Yeah, it's adjacent. Yeah, Isekai adjacent. Thank you. If you want young food Isekai, just watch a event. No, I don't want to see that. All right. Yes, I mean we had that comparison that like Inuyasha could be in that same category, you know what I'm saying? Because they went back to the feudal times. Like it's kind of like it. All right. Yeah, exactly. But no, this show's honestly not bad. It's not. This is not a show that's gonna blow your socks off. Just want to throw it out here right now. If you thinking this show is gonna be like, oh, this is gonna change things, it's gonna change the genre. No, it's not doing anything like that. Like it's like middle of the road. I give it like a 5 or a 6, but it's not a bad show, and it's not necessarily wasting your time because like there is drama here. Is the drama like great? Not necessarily, because like the blue hair chick in this goddamn group here you're seeing, her whole problem was kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, you can feel for her. I don't hate her necessarily, but at the same time, given the circumstances that you're in. Freaking feudal times. You're in Shingoku period time. You in this period of time. You can die at any time. And you out here walking by yourself? It doesn't make no sense. But like they resolved that issue because they found a moment where they can finally come back to the original world, but they decided not to do it because the freaking blue hair chick didn't want to freaking jump on. Freaking dumb sucker. But that's beside the point. Like, I swear, I don't hate her character. But at the same time, she gets on my goddamn nerves. Okay, the blonde hair chick, I can't remember their names. Okay, there's too many characters. But the blonde hair chick, she's real. All right, because she's trying to accept whatever situation she's pretty much in, but she ain't liking what she's in. All right, she wanted to go home, but no, she got freaking blue hair chick over here like, scoop it out me. I'm always gonna be alone anyways. Like, sucker, you don't got time for this. Go home if they complain. Like, this show would have been done by now. But no. Now they gotta wait until some other period of time. Because apparently it don't rain like that over there. Because they have to wait until a certain situation. They gotta be bowling at the right time with the rain pouring down and all that. But it ain't gonna rain. It don't rain at that time. So they gotta wait a while. See, sorry. I didn't realize this was gonna happen to me. Let me calm down. All right. It's not bad. I tell you, this show's not bad. All right. We stuck there for another year. Yeah, the way it's going to be stuck there for a whole other year because of her, because of the blue haired chick sucker freaking being stupid. God. So waiting for the girls. The challenge Nobunaga. Hey, it's gonna happen. I mean, if they're gonna stay there, you might as well, right? And they're gonna beat them with freaking bowling. It's like, You may got swords in your guards, but can you beat me in bowling? God, just I can't. I'm gonna stop. Okay, the funny thing is, every time they get into a situation, bowling is what gets them out of the situation. And it's like, bro, some of these things are freaking stupid. Like, ain't no way you getting out of this goddamn situation with freaking bowling, bro. Like, come on, man. Blue hair. Yeah, Rena. I don't like her, so I remember her name like that. All right. Wait, it's gotta rain when they're bowling out. Yes, they're bowling outside. Yes. Now, granted, when they first got into this whole Sengoku period of time, they were inside in a bowling alley, and it was raining at that time. It just so happens that's what you have to do. These are the requirements. It's got to be thunderstorming. Then the ball has to freaking glow, and then when the ball glows, then they got to hold on to the freaking bowling ball, and then they all got to hold on to each other so they can fly to the sky and go back to the original time. Samurai Jack. I lose my mind. This show's not bad. Okay, I just want to say this right now. It's not bad. I am in some ways enjoying it, which is why I'm bringing it up in the first place. All right, no, I losing a bowling match in all four. Maybe I've been too violent. Exactly. It's gonna be talking no jutsu, but with bowling. I don't know how that makes sense, but that's what's happening, right? We're trucking to make a cameo appearance. Hey, don't worry. There ain't no trucks here, so that's never gonna happen, okay? It's never gonna happen. Get the turkey in the game against each other. Yeah, they have to do against the whole bowling match, and they gotta freaking bowl perfectly, basically. That's basically gotta do. And then, the god said, you can go back home now, because you bowled a perfect turkey. I'm able to eat that from the heavens. Like, I'm stop. All right, I'm losing my mind. Let's go on to the other anime. Let's go on to the next anime. Okay. No, they didn't win Anime of the Week. Let me just throw it out there right now. They did not win Anime of the Week, okay? I'm sorry I'm spoiling, but come on now. Come on. If you really thought that for a second, what's wrong with you? All right. Hikaru. The summer Hikaru died. Again, I am surprised by this show. This show is very good. Better than I anticipated. Better than I expected. This is great. Like, at first I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. And the third episode happened. I was like, okay. I'm kind of locked in a little bit. Fourth episode, I was like, okay. Fifth episode, yo. Like, you know what I mean? This show is good. This show is very good. You should watch this. Now, again, look. All right? Because I watch anything, okay? But, like, there is some yaoi elements in this. I really want y'all to know. Especially this latest episode. It's, like, around the nose. Right? Remember I told y'all how he reached inside Hikaru's body? Right? And Hikaru was like, oh. You know, he's like, oh, because it feels good and everything. That kind of happened again this week's episode. All right? But, I mean, again this time, Yoshiki, he initiated it. Because he was touching chicken. Because they're cooking and everything, so they're touching chicken. That raw chicken reminded of his insides, and then like Hikaru is like, "Oh, you're reminding. After touching the chicken, you're reminded of the insides of me." He's like, "Oh, really?" So, like, do you want to touch me again? I was like, "Hey, yo, hello." I'm not even lying. He literally said this. I was like, "Bruh." And then they proceed to do it, right? And he's like, "Oh, it doesn't feel so bad anymore." It's like, because you starting to get used to it. It's like, why you, I can't, I swear, it's not just the yaoi aspect. It's the mystery that's here. Because the thing is, I can't help but feel like this demon inside of Hikaru, he's really not a bad guy. Like, he's really not a bad guy. It's so weird. I can't hate on it. Because, like, I know he's a problem, right? And his appearance here is making problems for everybody in the village, right? These demons are all coming and congregating in this area now because he came down from the mountains. So he's living amongst all human beings. So the problem here is, as long as he stays in this city, in this village, I mean, it's only going to cause more of the other demons to start congregating and messing with other people, which, that's going to affect the village. It's going to hurt a bunch of people. Someone already died already. So it's like, as much as I don't want this like to see this demon Hikaru like disappear, I feel like it's necessary. And maybe Hikaru might even know at some point. Maybe Yoshiki talks to him and is like, look, man, I don't want you to go. Maybe we can go together or something. Because it seems like he's becoming more okay with this guy. Especially he's like around his family and everything like that. He's even at the end of this episode, he's like, this can work. Because, like, even though he's not Hikaru, he can still live with us. He's not bad. Because he's really not a bad person. Like, he's talking to all these other people, having a good time. Just, he's living a life. I don't think this demon has ever been able to do something like this. So it's like, I don't know. I am a little conflicted. I see why Yoshiki feels the way he feels. Because, like, I feel conflicted on the situation with this. I'm not going to lie, all right? So, Meowie, you're a nice look like Golden Boy in comparison to this. I don't know about, wait. Oh, yeah, what? I don't know about that comparison, Ghost Tab. He said in the middle of class, and I'm surprised no one said anything. That's very true, too. Yeah, he said in the middle of class, too. He's like, you want to go over here and start touching me? Like, huh? I would have been in the back. I'd be like, pause, record, break, hold on. What do you mean by that? It's not the same, but it reminds me of a good version of Shiki. I see what you're talking about. I watched a couple episodes of Shiki. The difference between this and Shiki takes a long time to get interesting, in my opinion. When I first watched, I got out to like 7 episodes, and I unfortunately dropped it because it just wasn't like grabbing me. Like, Shiki wasn't bad, but it just, like, again, the pacing of it is a bit on the slow end. So I can say this is a little bit more interesting because of how quicker paced the show is to getting to the point where we need to get to when it comes to, like, the plot of the show here. And the mystery that is actually going on, because Yoshiki, apparently, the more he's around Hikaru, the more it's affecting him. Like, he's, again, going in... Okay, I know what I'm about to say is very sus, but, like, this is what happened, okay? Because he put his hand inside this man, right? And as he was digging in there, there's some other demons, the other part of the demons, like, touch him a little bit, and, like, he's starting to form with him a little bit. Like, he's starting to connect even further, all right? A Bucky cameo? Yes, that's technically what this was. Yes, it is. What? Yes, Bluegrass. Yaoi High School got a date while they were in culinary class, since the raw chicken. Exactly. But yeah, so there was that moment, and then also this other moment where there was a demon inside their bathroom. Yoshiki's sister saw this. Mind you, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Look, and it's a question to everybody here, actually. If you were taking a shower, right, and then you got out the shower, or out the tub, whatever the case is, right, and you saw like hair on the ground, it's like really long hair. I mean, what would be your first response? Because, like, you don't have long hair. Like, I don't got long hair, right? If I saw a bunch of long hair on the ground, like, what would be your first response? I'd be like, yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't know why that's there. But then, as you keep looking, you look back to the bathtub, you see more hair dripping down from the bathtub, and then it goes back inside the bathtub. What is your response then? Because for me, if I saw that hair move and it goes back into the freaking bathtub, I'm gone. I don't care about no towel. I'm gone. I'm naked. It don't matter. I'm out. I'm not staying in there. She out here. She did successfully get out of the shower area, and she was able to close the door and everything. So she did get some clothes on and all that. But I'm like, you took too long to get out of this area, because you got to see the whole silhouette of this freaking demon that's inside this goddamn freaking bathtub. So I stood up and said, "How you doing?" I'm like, "Not, bro. I don't care what I'm looking at. I'm not there. I'm gone. All right." I want to be like, "Mama," and just been gone. Just been running. God. My mom's hair, interesting. Go sad. Well, I got long hair, so it don't apply to me. I mean, even then, what if it's a different color? How about that? All right. Well, my hair becomes a sentient, and I think I have superpowers. See, Bluegrass, this is why you gonna get got. All right. You gonna get got. You gonna get got by this demon. It's all over for you, bro. It's all over for you. Your teenagers are dumb. Horror movies, they get. Yeah, I mean, that's true. But that don't always have to be the case. All I'm saying is, she should have moved out of the way a lot quicker than that. And I was like, you taking way too long, my sister, all right? You better get the heck out of there before you gone, all right? I'm surprised they didn't get you. Oh, nonchalant, bro. What the heck? No, this show's very good, though. I'm not going to spoil this one, because this is a potential winner. But did it win? We got to find out. Because the summer Hikaru died. This show's very good, and I recommend it, all right? Let's move on to the next goddamn show. Oh. Why is this show done? I didn't know it was gonna be 6 episodes. Y'all told me there was only one more episode to the show, and I'm like, y'all lying to me, man. Y'all lying to me, all right? Why was it's the MP? Don't you say that. Don't you say that, Ghost Hab. This show's fantastic. This is Fooly Cooly, but depression. You know what I'm saying? Because Fooly Cooley is only 6 episodes. Golden Boy is like 5 or 6 episodes too. This is one of those like iconic 6-episode run shows that you need to watch. This is 100% highly recommend. Spoiling for like the rating of the entire series, 9 out of 10, at least. This is just off the impression I've had thus far for the show. For the 6th episode, this is a 6-episode episodic greatness. Not episodic, this is greatness. 6 episodes of greatness. This is like at least a 9 out of 10 anime. Fantastic. This is something that's worth watching. If you have some time, extra time on your hands, watch this show. Because what you leave out of this, once you're done with this, what you leave from out of this, like the story elements of the show, it really tells you the human nature, human abilities of what people can do. And the ending was honestly the best possible ending you can get for the people in the show. Because the way things were, and how depressing everything is, you would be surprised if anyone even had a good ending, right? But like they actually had a way to kind of rectify the situation a bit. And you know what, Tokopi, as dumb as you are, you found the way. You found a way to actually bridge the gap between Suzuka and Marina here, and that alone is kind of goated. Like I'm it's round of applause. You know, like again, as dumb as Tokopi is, he kind of did it. Now I was scared because last week's episode he said, "Oh, I gotta go kill freaking Suzuka." I was like, "Huh? Wait, buddy, what are you talking about?" But how it ends, it's wholesome, sad, but also wholesome, like in a way. And one other takeaway you get out of this anime, because before I get into more like deeper like analogies and stuff like that, and what the shows, what the commentary as the show is, the major factor that comes out of the show. Parents suck, and you guys need to do better. All right, stop being a bad parent. Be around your kids, and learn, not just teach them, but learn from them. All right, because good God, the show here highlights just how bad parents can be, from the absentee parents that Suzuka got to the abusive parents that Marina has, right? To the four eyes guy. I can't remember his name at the moment for some reason. It's not coming to me, but he has an abusive parent where it's not necessarily a physical abuse, but more of a mental abuse that's happening. There's different types of abuse that all these characters are actually going through, and you're seeing how it actually affects them and how they move in life because of how it affects them. This show highlights how everything technically has a cause and effect. Not everything is a black and white. There is no gray and black, black and white type situation. There's a gray area in here, right? And I feel like a lot of people that watch this show don't tend to understand that. They want to demonize Marina for the first actions that you see from her, which she's trying to like use the freaking pen to poke out Suzuka in the eye. Like, yeah, I get that, but Suzuka is no saint angel either. The end of this episode, and this is the thing here, and Ghost, I wonder if you actually noticed this, but the end of this episode, if you remember from the last week's episode, she was wondering, after she found her father and saw that he has a whole other family, 2 daughters. This episode here shows that those daughters are missing. The thing is, they don't specifically tell you that she did anything, but the problem here is she had a line in here and said to Tokopi, "Man, do I have to open your inside suit?" I was like, hold on, wait a minute, are you out here literally killing suckers? Like, wait a minute. But we don't know if that's true or not. All right, we don't know if that's true or not when it comes to Tokopi. Original Sin here, it doesn't tell you whether or not she actually did it, is the thing here. So, but the fact that she says that makes me think otherwise, and that's so unhinged. And like I just said again, it highlights that nobody is good. Everybody has the capacity to do evil, right? Everybody has the capacity to do evil. And yeah, Ozma-kun, thank you. Ozma even tells Tokopi this. Tokopi's like, "What can I do to actually fix the situation? Like, I don't know what to do." And he's like, "Man, you must be really stupid because humans have the capacity to do this at all times. It just depends on the circumstances." The show tells you this. And I'm still surprised that I see comments still demonizing Marina. And I'm like, you guys gotta like really have like take a step back and really consume what you're watching in it, because the show's telling you there is no right or wrong, there is no good or evil necessarily. These are circumstances that make these situations happen, and the script can flip on anybody at any time, and you can be the demon, or that other person can be the demon. You never know. That's what this show is pretty much telling us here. But we also have a third option that we can actually resolve our issues. Because all it took for them to actually do that is talking. But I won't say any more than that. This show's very good. The commentary on this is very good. This is a very, very well-written show. Some of the best I've seen when it comes to anime. And this is what the anime genre was meant for. This is what anime can do when it comes to its form of storytelling, when it comes to being able to tell a story that is not of the conventional kind. This is what I mean. Togepi Original Sin is exactly that. And this is why I give this like at least a 9 out of 10. And it's heavily worth watching for this season or for whenever you want to watch some anime, all right? If you want to feel something, this show's going to make you feel something. Fantastic show. Fantastic show. God dang it. Man, make a sequel to Chappie's Revenge. We're gonna see that from the dog's perspective. All right, bet. Well, look, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. All right. Before I start this tomorrow, you should. It's very good and worth watching. Just know that it is very dark, but it's definitely worth watching. And how it ends, this is the reason why I say to actually like even as dark as it is, you should watch it because it does give you some other perspective towards the end here, and you should watch the show. Toby's mom was also inept since she didn't prepare. Yeah, exactly. No, yeah. I mean. That's very true. Like I said, I think every parent here, even on Tokobi's side, you got a very, very good point on that. All of them have some elements of just not doing something correct. And which is why these actions happen the way they do. Because I feel like if there was some better guidance, Tokopi could have maybe found a different solution to the problem. But maybe the mother doesn't even know what to do either. That's the thing. Like, this is also a highlight to what parents are. Parents aren't perfect beings. Parents are not always going to know what's right and wrong. They're only going to do the best they can for the perspective that they got to be able to tell you how you should be able to actually navigate in life, right? And that's up to you if you want to actually take in that information, right? If you want to actually live based off of what they are trying to give you, because they're not always right. Like, that's kind of the other thing about this. Like, there's so much commentary within this show, and it's very good at being able to tell you this, especially when it's in your face and also from the subtlety aspects of it. It's a very well-written show. I love this a lot. Well, I'm ready to start crying, but Bluegrass, get into it. If you haven't watched it yet, it's only 6 episodes. You'll get through this really quickly, but it's worth watching. Crying moments when watching this show, especially episode 1. Episode 1 is a tearjerker. It got me. All right. Yeah, Azumaku. Now, I forgot his name at the moment. Like I told you, he didn't solve every issue. He just solved what he could. Yes, exactly. And that's the other thing. You don't. So much commentary for this one show. Togepi is a good example of a character that, like, you'd be like one of those friends, right, that try and do the best they can to show that they care about their friends, but sometimes that doesn't always work, right? You can't fix somebody just by simply, like, showing affection, right, or showing that you care. I mean, maybe there's some other elements, or even at that point, you gotta also remember, humans, if they want help, they will seek that help, or they will take in that help. But there are others that no matter what kind of help you give them, they don't want the help, and therefore they're never going to fully ever accept that, right? They're always gonna fall back into that pattern because that's their nature. That's what they know because they grew up in this like environment and stuff like that. This kind of hits like it kind of hits hard like home for me because I had a family member that was exactly like that, where no matter how much we try to help him, he always went back to doing the things he knows he shouldn't be doing, right? And it ultimately took his life. But this is what I mean. And then, like, it gets real like that. That's why this show, it hits me in a different way at times, because this is how realistic this show is when it comes to trying to deal with problems and, you know, never beat yourself up in knowing that at least you tried to be there for the person, right? But never feel like you were a failure in the sense that you're not able to always help these people out, right? It's up to the person that you're trying to help, that wants that help, right? For them to actually try to heal. Otherwise, it's gonna be a very difficult ride to get them to understand that. And again, Togepi is exactly that example of he's trying his best to understand everything, but he just doesn't. And it's really not all his fault because he's not human. He doesn't understand human emotions. He's literally learning all this on the fly as he goes on here because he has no guidance and no perspective to know what's actually going on. So yeah, little lore about that. Yeah, exactly, Zaya, exactly. The show messages that you can solve something you don't understand. Shanae went to see her dad, but she didn't know why and life through her ignorance. Yeah, exactly. Because again, perspective. She don't know. She could have easily asked her mom beforehand. I mean, you do understand that it's actually not that easy. You think they talk? You think she can have a conversation with her? She's barely at home. What do you mean? Lindo, her mom was like, yeah, exactly. And that's all you talking. Like, go Sab. That's literally what they were talking about with this. Like, he has absent parents from both from the mother and the father. Like, they're not there. She's literally learning on her own. Like, what do you mean? So I was her parents yeah, exactly. Even when she was there, she was never there for her child. She just did not care. Text. You think she's gonna reply back? Did you watch the same show? Cause like go say what? She's gonna say like, why are you texting me? She's not even gonna answer the question. She's gonna be like, why are you texting me? Why are you wasting my time? Like, you know I'm busy. Like, what do you mean? That's if she replies. She'll probably look at that and be on red and be like, nah, I'm getting clapped right now. I'm getting clapped right now. Why are you texting me? Let me stop. Because she had to. Because the school called. When you gotta understand, when the school calls or the hospital, or these are faculties that you have to come to. You can't ignore it, unfortunately. Right? It can cause a problem. Do you really want to be a family member being seen in the public eye as somebody that's absent? Right? Like they don't. You know what I mean? Like really think about that. You have to come to these things, otherwise it's not a good look. And I know she does care about that. So yeah, that's not happening, brother. That's not happening. All right, what do you mean? Again, Togepi Original Sin is a fantastic show. Definitely watch this goddamn anime. I'm done gushing about it. Did this win Anime of the Week? You have to find out. All right. At the end of the show, she told us she's going to stop causing issues and left her to the animal hospital at night to go. Exactly. Oh, I think Gotta see Dad would raise a flag. Go Sab. I feel like you're missing something here. If she cared at all, she would see a flag. She ain't even looking at her. What do you go Sab? You don't understand. She does not care about this child. There is no flags to be raised because she doesn't care about this child. What do you mean? Like she's about her business and nothing more. She's not caring about her. Fast forward, they're gonna be winning exactly. And I was like, yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, she's an absent parent from the fullest sense here, and this is what you're seeing here. She's keeps using it because the child support checks, possibly, yeah. I wouldn't even be surprised because I mean, the father is still involved in that sense, right? That's the only way you can be able to do it. But besides, let's get to the next show. There's still a bunch of anime to talk about right now because we've been going on here. All right. Interesting. Okay. I just watched the latest episode of Rebirth Verse. And god dang it, this episode was insane. This episode was actually insane. The best episode to come out of the show thus far. That twist of what is actually going on in this world. We have an understanding of what's actually going on in the world now. And it's insane. We thought there was like time travel or something that's going on here, but I don't think that's what this is. From what people are also saying about it, and I do believe that's what's going on here too. These are other dimensions that he's jumping into, and these dimensions are colliding with each other, which is what the blacksmith is. The black mist is. The black mist is like other dimensions colliding with each other, and then they have to fight each other. And wherever dimension wins, it kind of like corrugates and becomes one in a way. That's kind of what this show's pretty much just like telling us here, and that's a wild take. See, I thought this was like just straight up, like ReZero, right? ReZero is literally time travel or going back at a certain period of time and then trying to fix situations at hand here. This is not necessarily doing that. Like, he does have a revert time span type of ability, which kind of sucks because apparently he might have to do that again here. But, like, it's not the same. It's not necessarily in the same facet as what ReZero is doing. This is actually a little more complex and more interesting than I anticipated. This show is way more interesting than I anticipated. This show is this episode was freaking insane. I didn't expect the show to get to this type of like level of just like craziness, but oh, this is good. All right. Yeah, that twist in was fantastic. Like this has me locked in now. At first I was like, this show's not bad. I'm enjoying it, but like it wasn't like hitting on those cylinders. This is hitting like the Ray Zero season 1, like that feeling I had when I first watched Ray Zero. There was a specific moment in, I think, Ray Zero that got me too. I think it had something to do with Rim, obviously, but like, cause I like Rim. Rim's one of my favorite characters in the goddamn show, so it made me mad what happened to her, but that's besides the point. Like, what was going on within that show and how he was kind of going back in time and all that. Like I was enjoying the elements of how he was able to try to fix the situation here, right? It was some very hard-hitting and emotional moments, and I enjoyed it a lot. And I'm starting to get that same feeling with Rebirth Verse, basically here. With this, how this episode just ended. This is good. As strong as this guy is, which is kind of cool, right? Like, this guy's not... So, the difference between this and Ray Zero, the main character here... he can actually do something. He's not as annoying as freaking Subaru, because I don't particularly like Subaru as a main character, and I don't like his choices sometimes. Because like I think it was in the 3rd season where he had to like die so many times so he can get the correct path what he was looking for. In this one, it's not really the case what he's doing here. He's kind of forcefully just getting to certain points to be able to get the stuff done. Because at the end of the day, he's just trying to save Sukumiya-san. That's all he's trying to do. If he can do that one thing, then he's good. But it gets increasingly harder to do so because the demons are getting stronger. That actually explains why the demons are getting stronger. If the worlds are colliding, So because I didn't even realize that. Because their world is colliding to one another, those demons end up winning. That's why they're getting stronger. And they actually have the same type of technology because it's kind of the same world. I get it now. I just realized like that's why they're getting stronger, because they're winning. They're actually winning in this situation, which allows them to actually get the come up on here. That's insane. That's what I'm saying. This show's great. Rebirth Verse is worth watching. I wasn't sure about this at first, but this is definitely worth watching. Okay, does have a very Subaru-esque type of personality. He does, but he does it. I feel like he does it better in a way, in the sense that he's not a big whiny baby. That's the first thing. Subaru be crying. I'm not saying you can't cry in anime. I want to throw that out here right now because I hate when people do that. But it's like it's the way he kind of goes about it at times. And again, my problem with Subaru is just his decision making skills. There are actions on a similar level of like freaking Tokyo Revengers, right? Takamichi, what's that guy's name? I can't remember. Takamichi. Freaking, it's like Takamichi. Takamichi is a very annoying character. I still don't understand how you gonna sit here and be like, I gotta save this chick because I love her. But then at the same time, there's multiple realities where you decide to go with somebody else because you a goon. I never understood that element to his character, and it really annoys me about what it is. And I know in some ways that can be realistic, but at the same time, if you're doing all this to save this one chick, it's like, bro, what? Like, that makes no sense to me in that regard here. But that's besides the point. There's so many other things wrong with that guy and that character because his decision making skills are they're trash. Subaru is not as bad as him, but Subaru is not that great either. And I feel like he's doing, at least in a way, a better job with his particular abilities, and he is getting stronger as time goes on here. Like the checkpoints, the checkpoint is it does seem like it's locked actually, because he's going back to one particular time, which is like he has to reintroduce himself to everybody, to Asanaga and Yuri and all that. So it's like it kind of sucks that he has to keep doing that because if he dies, but still, again, it's interesting. So like alternate timelines, while Ray Zero is going back. Yes, exactly. It's alternate timelines pretty much colliding together. So with him, he's going back to a different timeline basically every time. But it's like, it's pretty much the same timeline in a different time period or time dimension, basically, right? Anime reminds me of a little Bakurano after this episode. So I haven't seen that anime though, so I can't make that comparison, unfortunately. But this is worth watching. I think you should watch this show now. At first, I wasn't sure, but this is fantastic. Like after this episode, this is very good. All right, this is very good. Rebirth Verse is on my list now, 100%. I am not letting go of this. This is great. All right, moving on to the next anime. God dang it! Betrothed for my sister's ex. She's still struggling with herself and her self-identity, and realizing that it wasn't like he chose you for the sake of that. You're the ex-sister, and he was trying to date the ex-sister, but she dead, and now she got you. That's not what's going on here. He really loves you for who you are, all right? Until she finds that out, she's gonna be struggling this whole goddamn anime, all right? But this one, it's a good episode. Nice, wholesome episode here. I like it. Basically, this episode is just, he has his friend from another kingdom, decided to invite Maria over, and yeah, he's kind of a goof. Like, he's kind of goofy, right? So, he's doing all these dumb tricks and everything like that, and the maid is trying to protect her, but she kind of slipped up, and then he's like, ha! So it's like, he's a bootleg character, but at the end of the day, what he was trying to do was to see how Marie actually is when it comes to her personality, and why you are the one getting married to my boy. I'll make sure that you're the right woman. All right? If you ain't the right woman, I'm going to take you down. I'm going to strike you down with my sword. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's kind of like that. He's overprotective of his brother, basically, all right? No, she's not. So that's the first episode, Zaya. So you're not really spoiled. I mean, the show is called "I'm Betrothed to My Ex-Sister." What? That's not a spoiler. The red-haired chick is Marie. She's alive. She's alive. It's Marie's sister that's dead. All right, that's the first episode. I'm not spoiling anything because the title tells you. God dang it. That is a wild title. It is. It made me mad that they didn't let her peel. Right, bro. Like, can we get the peel apple part? I mean, it happened at the end of the episode, thankfully. But I was like, bro, can we just I want to see what her skills are. And she does show that she has very good skills at doing stuff like this. But again, when she has to take care of her freaking family and all the chores and everything of that nature, it's very annoying, right? And that's why at the end of this episode, there is a twist that's about to happen here. And we'll see how this whole thing goes. Because, the parents are trying to come back in full force. Because they did get, kind of pushed away. And Marie has been living with this guy the entire time. So, now they're coming back full force. I don't know what they're about to do, but it might be a problem. So, you go and see what's going on here. Go say, shut up. That's not what was going on here. There's also development in the relationship. Because the thing is, she actually is falling in love with this guy. She doesn't believe in herself that she deserves this type of love. So, therefore, she can't wrap her mind around it, but she can't help herself but love this guy because he's just that sweet of a dude. This man is head over heels. Dude was in bed, freaking holding on a body pillow, and he's like, Marie, couldn't even go to sleep. Like, this guy, he freaking loves this chick, okay? Because the thing is, in that moment in the last episode when they were just talking to each other at night and just kind of just chilling, that is right there. You show that's couple goals right there. That's how you know you have a good person with you, because you can just sit there and talk to them about mundane things. And just have a good time, and you're laughing and stuff. It's beautiful. That's what you look for in relationships. And he found somebody very lucky to him at this point, and they have mutual feelings here. But the thing is, he doesn't believe that Marie actually loves him. Marie probably doesn't even realize how much she actually loves him. All right, but she did decide to give him a kiss at the end on the cheek, not on the lips, on the cheek. But that's still progress. I like this relationship. I like how it's developing right now. I'm just waiting for Marie to actually start getting a bit of a backbone. Right. All right, I want her to get a bit of a backbone, like, sucker, stop talking bad about me. That's my man. You know what I'm saying? I want to see cosplay win. Oh, that's Anna then. Yeah. Breaking eye. I mean, yeah. I mean, Anna can do it. Anna can do it. But she so scared. Yeah, exactly. She's still in this just dream state where she's like, this all can't be real. How am I in this situation? Ain't no you gotta think about it. Think about it. If you were somebody that was pretty much on the street, because that's pretty much what she was. She was just on the, she's a street rat type of character. She don't know nobility. She doesn't know the fancier things in life. So for you to get thrusted into that lifestyle immediately, it's going to take a while for you to adjust to that situation. And also, not only that, to have a person that actually care about you, because the parents did not care about her. Her sister seemed like she cared, but we don't know enough about her to really even say that. It seems like it does, but you know what I mean? You don't know how the personality is for real. She was gone too soon. So if you're in that situation and all you know is bad things, you get into a situation like this, there's no way you're gonna believe that you're getting all this for free. You know what I mean? It just seems unreal, and that's why she's in that state right now. I don't even blame her for feeling that way. He's from the streets, not like that. Not like that. It's a metaphor, right? God dang it. I mean, break his a princess. What? All right. And kissing the cheek might as well be proposal. Yes, that's very true. Actually, she was like Cinderella. Yeah, she's like Cinderella in the household, basically. I mean, that's literally what the show is kind of depicting here. It's really similar to anime. Saying it's perfect. I haven't seen that I'm kind of curious what that is. Hey, Prince. Oh, okay, Prince. I'm like, princess. Like, you want me to cosplay as Marie? Like, what are you saying here? All right. Also, there's still blatant racism at time in the show because, like, you see the prince here. He's a darker complexion, and so there's always these suckers like, oh man, the prince is so great, but he's black. It's like, bro. Let me stop. This show is good. I like the romance in here. I enjoy it. Anna, you seen it. You know what I'm talking about. Because like they wanna be with this guy, but at the same time, it's like, ooh. But then the Dark Knight. See, I look past that. Go stop. Yeah. He has barbarian blood. It's like, I know what you mean by that. It's like, get that crap out of my face. But this show's good. I enjoy it. I love a good love story. I love good like romance animes. I do hope that this thing actually kind of. I don't know if I want a second season. I just want this to conclude. I want this to be a nice, well-wrapped anime in 13 episodes. I'd enjoy it if it was like that. I'm not saying I wouldn't hate it if we had another season, but I don't think you need to like stretch this plot too long to get to the point, right? That's just my opinion. Maybe the first time goes to God dang it. Or he's supposed to be more Persian than anything. Yeah, exactly. I mean, still, racism, all right? So I said something about sister above. Yeah, oh, okay. Wait, where? I don't see it. All right. With that said, though, we're done here with this one. Did it win? I don't know. Let's keep going, though. But the sister's alive. Possibly. Who knows? Maybe that was a note that we saw at the end of the episode. All right. Let's move on, though. Hotel Inhumans. This one, it's so interesting because, like, the last week's episode, it wasn't bad. It was a good episode, but it didn't live up to the hype or live up to the expectations, maybe? I don't know. Because that two-parter episode with that assassin guy was very good. It was so good. I think it was too good, even. Right? I think it blew its, like, potential in those 4 episodes right there, right? I think it was 3 episodes, right? But, like, these last 2 episodes, they've been good, but they haven't hit that same level as it once did. You know what I mean? Like, this episode this week was good. I do wish that maybe this one actually had a bit more time. Because just like the last episodic episode with the whole girl liking the freaking... I can't even say it because like it's so funny. Like she likes this band, but that band was so freaking bad. Like they sound terrible, but she loved them. All right, but I wish that had more time to develop her character, develop some of the band, like at least the main singer. Like you know what I mean? Like I feel like there's characters that could have been more developed for us to have a stronger connection to them. So when the situation happens, you have them, you care more basically. Like I feel like this is the same problem with this week's episode here. It's like it's a sad story, but it's hard for me to care in the same level as I cared for that 2-parter episode here because they really packed on the emotions with that one. Whereas this, like, I feel like you need more time to really tell that type of story that they're trying to tell here. So it's not bad. Like I said, I still felt it, but I feel like we needed more time because this one was just more about another assassin, right? Where he lost his memory and he went to this hotel to pretty much regain his memory because he has to remember, oh, I gotta kill my wife. Yeah, I know it sounds insane. Like I was like, what? It's like what? But what's so dumb about this after the whole conversation? Because like the hotel attendees, these two here were like, "Hey, you don't want to do this," and then the guy jumps in. The chick don't want to do anything. Like she was just in the background, but the dude was like, "No, you don't want to do this." Kind of pushes him, hits his head again, and then he forgets once more about killing his wife. Or not his wife, because they're not married, I mean, but his girlfriend. My bad, his girlfriend. Regardless, he loves each other. And it's just like, huh? Because, like, the problem here is, this doesn't resolve anything. Also, this doesn't resolve the situation that he's still an assassin. So, like, just like again, going back to that episode I was talking about with the other assassin, because he knew that he needed to die, because he know even if this doesn't kill him here, him still being alive at some point in time, somebody's going to get him. Because that's the nature of the hitman life. So, like, this guy is in that same boat. So, we leaving this guy alive, but there's a good chance he might either do 2 things. Either 1, he dies by another assassin, or 2, he gets his memory back because he hits his head on something else. Maybe he building a new crib or something for the baby, and then freaking a piece of wood hits his head. Boom. Gotta kill my wife. You know what I mean? Like, what? What are we talking about? And then the wife's dead. That's if he'll do it though, because he still does care. All right, there's still emotions there, but at the same time, if you're a hitman, you still have a job to do. All right, you still have a job to do. So I think he will still do it. I don't know. I have a feeling he might still do it. Is the thing here. All right, you have a good. I'm just saying, Anna. It's like, what do you mean? It don't take much. Obviously, he just hit his head, like a little tap on the back of his head. It's all over. Freaking maybe the wife gets all upset about the dude. He says, back of the head slap. Boom. It's time for you to die. You know, like, wait a minute. So I was telling the viewer that the Assassin Survivor is boring from the previous husband-wife arc. You think so? I mean, I don't know. I just said that this is what I mean. Like, the show started off very strong, but it got kind of like it's starting to fall off just a little bit, given all these episodic episodes that they're doing. Not that they don't tie in, because this episode does leave with the chick here that we're seeing in the picture here. We do see that she too doesn't really have any qualms about killing people, because she's technically an assassin herself, right? Because dude here almost died. So his answer to the question that she was asking, he successfully answered it correctly, I guess. And so that's why she's like, all right, you get to live for now. But like, I feel like she might kill that man at any moment. So you don't know. The question really becomes, can you even trust an assassin? Maybe that's what the show's telling you right now. Can you trust an assassin? The answer is no, actually. I would never trust an assassin. I don't know what you're talking about, but like, I mean, the point, that's not, what's your problem anyway? I mean, it isn't. I mean, unless they call and be like, hey, you know, I got some problems again. You know, my husband kind of got me tied up at the moment. I mean, I don't know how you call, but you're tied up, but like, you know what I mean, goddamn. So I gotta kill my wife. Yeah, Bluegrass is crazy. All right. Planning to get in Egypt for 7 years. Yeah, that's very true too. Yeah. It is a plan this man had. So he's like, man, I'm about to have all these memories. Like, I want her to have the best time of her life, and then when I come back, I'm gonna kill her. That's the $1 million question, everybody. I'm just saying, all right, can you? Which is the name of the hotel is Hotel Inhumans, even to civilians. Yeah, exactly. Like, because the girl is not involved in this. The girlfriend, she's not involved in this like whole assassin situation. So they go into this hotel. It's called Welcome to Hotel Inhumans. How may I help you? Huh? What do you? I thought there was gonna be like something like alias or something to the name with the hotel, right? But no, it's just called Hotel Inhumans. I mean, to be fair, I mean, the way the world is, I wouldn't be surprised if something like this was up and people would go into it anyways. Because, like, you know, if it has good prices for a hotel stay, I mean, like, think about it, Anna. Question for you. Like, if a place was called Hotel Inhumans and, like, a 3-night stay was, like, $150 and it's, like, a nice 2-bedroom room or something with a flat screen TV and a balcony outside, $150, would you do it? you know what I mean? Like, maybe the prices are so good that, like, if you were to stay at this hotel, you're gonna get a nice room or something. Who knows? All right. We're gonna go the year we had Shore Hotel, spring we had Apocalypse Hotel, and now in summer we have a Hotel Inhumans. Fortunately, no hotel next. Wait, seriously? There's gotta be at least one more somewhere, right? Come on. Unless Hotel Inhumans. No, never mind. No, it's not gonna do that. So Indonesia Hitman could have just pretended to be somebody else over running into incoming traffic. Possibly, yeah. I feel like the idea for it could have been a little bit better. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's things about this episode where it's like, it's not bad, but it's like, this is definitely just not hitting on the same high anymore. All right. The dog hotel? Where my dog's at? God dang it. So like I said, this show's not bad. I'm still enjoying it, but I can't help but notice that I wouldn't say the quality, but like the level of storytelling isn't hitting the same way. I mean, that's also simply because they're trying to fit all these like type of stories into one episode, and that's not necessarily a good thing with how complex some of the ideas are. They don't always fit in just to one episode. Sometimes you need more time. All right? Next season's actually gonna be a motel. Boom. Motel, hotel, holiday inn. It's a hotel. Let's go. All right, let's move on to the next goddamn show. Gachiakuta. Oh, we got a sister in this one. We got a sister in this one. Everybody getting excited about that, by the way. I just want to throw that out there because, like, I saw on Twitter, everybody's like, "Oh snaps, you got actually got we got a sister in the building. You got a sister actually playing the sister too." And it's like, okay, she kind of legit. She was hitting those notes, and not hitting those notes, but she's hitting those lines really well. Like it was a good episode because it actually expanded upon the world a bit better, more. That's not an actual freaking sentence. It expanded on the world better in the sense of what we now know more of. There's sections of bad areas that you want to try, like, pretty much try to avoid, but we're the cleaners, so the cleaners got to go up in there and you got to clean the freaking area up. All right, and then we got the red-haired chick that's actually here. He goes with this freaking goes with the main character, and he kind of is like on a learning like program basically, right? Like that's what this is, because he's trying to get into the group, but the leader isn't there, and so it's like, well, I don't know what to do here. And so that's why they decided, just come with the cleaners. We're going to go clean up an area real quick. This is going to be some nice practice for you, because apparently you have some hidden potential, but you got to learn how to like get good with it, right? And what I like, I guess in some ways about this guy's character here, the main character, he isn't so dumb to not listen. He does listen. And this is what, honestly, again, trying not to make comparisons to Token Akin, but like the main character in Token Akin versus him, Token Akin, that main character doesn't listen. You can legit tell him everything that you need to know about the world, how to even use your ability, mind you. All right? You can say all this to him. Didn't hear not a word. And then he sits there, he literally starts crying. And he's like, I can't use the ability. And it's like, so if you were listening for 5 seconds, you would have known how to do it. But you weren't. You kept screaming. You said, I'm going to kill everybody. Like, how you going to do it with no power? Again, I'm sorry. That's something I can really get to my goddamn nerves. That show, it just did not get better. Whereas Gachiakuta, he's showing a level of some type of intellect here. He's not stupid. You know what I mean? Like he will take in the moments and figure out what he needs to do, and needs to find a way to tap into his ability. And the thing about this episode, I will say, I wish he was a bit more useful, because he was just kind of just there for the most part until he had to do one little save, which he did step in finally, because he was even scared at one point. But I mean, again, it makes sense. He's never really dealt with like all these like garbage beasts like this, so I understand being like a bit afraid of the situation. So it's very human emotion from this guy. So like I said, I like the main character. He's good. I like him, and the cast so far is looking pretty good too. So far, the show has good characters. I will give it that. I'm enjoying the show so far. Gachiakuta, I gotta start remembering everybody's names because I'm messing with this, but like Gachakuta's a good show. I'm enjoying this. I can should learn from the show. Seriously. Like, I don't understand. I don't know. I don't get, like, what happened. Like, the writing's so bad in that show. God dang. Thabreakmaster is just a basic shonen tropes and all. It seems like that's what the case is. But it's like, it doesn't do those tropes well. Like, I keep saying, like, I don't mind shonen tropes. What I have a problem with when it comes to shonen anime, when they have, like, a Token Akin and stuff like that, is if you're going to use those tropes, find ways to subvert that trope or lean into it to make it good or make it your own. Do something. Like the thing is, like, it's a very cookie cutter show. Like it's just not doing it. Gachiakuta has the same similar shonen tropes that you see in most shonen. It's just that it actually does it well enough that it makes you care about the show. It makes you care about the characters, because the characters have a bit more nuance. They're not just dumb characters. They're not just one note, right? Like this is what I was talking about with My Hero Academia. As we complain about My Hero Academia all the time, the one thing My Hero Academia does really well is does the tropes pretty good. I'll have to give it that. Like, Deku is a big, massive trope by itself, but honestly, that almost made me, like, really like his character. It made me, and he's very endearing, and I appreciate that kind of level of character that he is, right? He's just very wholesome, he's on the nose, that's just how he is, but we lean into it, which is why I ended up liking Deku in the first season, and a couple extra seasons after that, right? Because he gained these powers, and he's trying his best to just learn it, right? So that's why, I love the enduring nature of that. Rock Lee is my favorite character in Naruto. And he's a very enduring type of character, right? I love these type of characters. So if you do that trope well, it can make a good character. You don't have to lean away from it. Just know how to write into it. And Token Akin can't do it. Gachiakuta so far is showing me that it can do that. And it is doing it well. Like I said, again, the character so far, for me, I'm liking. I do like the character, the amount of cast we have so far. they're interesting enough that I do want to know more about them. And not just that, they're doing an excellent job at actually world building. That is also something that's very important to most shows that sometimes just don't do. Their world building is actually really good, and that's what's keeping me more interested even more than the characters themselves, because the world is so interesting. Like these dark beasts, these trash beasts are so interesting in of itself as a concept, and then also them having like apparently having their own kind of like special weapons, because all these characters have like their own abilities with their special gear, things that they care about. They can turn into whatever weapon they have, right? Care about scissors? You got a big scissor blade, right? Like he has gloves, so he can pretty much transform anything he cares about, in like any trash, into anything, because he cares about all trash. So therefore, that's why everything's a weapon to him, basically. Apparently these garbage beasts can do the same thing in some ways. So that we know of, that was what it was that kind of like transformed everybody, or transformed the dark beast here in this episode. So I do wonder like who's even doing this, because we do see somebody at the end of the episode. We don't know who it is, but like maybe it's that guy. But it's interesting. Like there's development happening, and I like that. I like that. Like it's clear of what it's trying to tell you. It's clear about how the world is, and it's clear on the characters. And now we're progressing and showing other characters. So again, show is good. Gachiakuta is good. In the garbage sack titan, exactly. I like this more than Soul Eater, but not as much as Fire Force. Wait, hold on, wait, you like Fire Force more than Soul Eater? Is what you're telling me then? Hold on a second. Mushoku Tensei, it's cliche, but it excels in doing cliche, right? Except towards the end, yeah, exactly. But Mushoku Tensei, yeah, it has the same cliche isekai tropes, but it does the isekai tropes really well, better than I think any isekai I've ever seen. Again, it's a shame what happened in the last 2 seasons of that show. They're all using tropes just to use them. Exactly. The opening, ending. I mean, Zaya, that's neither here nor there. The opening is actually fire. I also like the ending too. Like the character. I mean, I'm not gonna lie too. The character designs are kind of good in that show. I do like the character design. It's just there's other problems with the show itself is the thing here. Why is Rudo wearing his mask? Honest Bluegrass, it's a very good question, and honestly, I have no answer for that. I have no answer for that. You know why? Because I was literally asking the same question. Anna was there watching with me, and I was asking the same question. I was like, brother, I thought you can't breathe this air. Put your mask on. like, what are you doing? Just sitting there. Oh wow, that bothered me a little bit, but look, it's not here nor there. All right, took some time for me to like, in my opinion. Really. You know what? I don't think it took me very long. It's because I like Black Star, and I also like Death the Kid. I really like Death the Kid. So I think his episode was like episode 3 or 4 or something like that. I think because he does get introduced pretty early on. I think I was already kind of hooked by then. Like the way the world was, I didn't find it very hard to get into for me. But I kind of look back at it now because I'm kind of curious. I don't know how the pacing is. I wasn't reviewing anime at the time when I was watching that, so I didn't have the same type of mindset that I have now. Is the thing. Also like how episode 1 to 3 is was more story progression, and then episode 2 and 4 was more so world building. It makes it true, very true. That's what I'm saying. That's what it's making it very easy to follow. Like these are good these are just good writing tropes and writing ability. Whoever the creator of this is like he knows what he's doing, and I appreciate that level of writing that he's actually giving out here. It's simple stuff, but again, we see a lot of shows. There's a lot of anime I've watched throughout the years, and there's just shows that just don't know how to do just the basic one story flow. Like sometimes you don't have to even do world building, right? And it's like they can't even do a proper story correctly, right? So like I've seen shows like God of High School. God of High School is a perfect example of this. Actually, it's just all over the place. Like, what was the story of that? You know what I mean? Like there's animes that out here that just don't know how to actually effectively tell a story. While this one is being able to. This does it better than Naruto. Yeah, I said it because Naruto didn't even know what it was trying to do in its world necessarily, and it's kind of obvious because again, Masashi Kishimoto was kind of writing on the fly a lot of the times, so that's why everything kind of like came to be the way it did, because he didn't have a structured plan necessarily like how Oda has, right? So that's why the 5 Kages, he didn't know what he was gonna do with the 5 Kages. When we first saw the silhouette, it was just 5 dudes, right? Now we know who they are, but like you know what I mean? Like it was something that he didn't have things planned. This one seems like it's structured, it's planned. He knows what he's trying to do. He knows where he's going to, and it shows in the writing. He does a good job with that. Is Captain Planet possibly? I wouldn't even be surprised. He's like, the power is yours. Okay. Foreshadowing that Rudo is a subhuman to the trash pollution. Possibly. I wouldn't be surprised because there obviously is something wrong with him. Like the chick here that we saw in this episode, the glasses, because that was her vital weapon. That's what it's called. They're called vital weapons. I couldn't remember what the name was, but the vital weapons, her vital weapons was glasses that I guess can look into somebody and see what their abilities are and how strong they are. And it immediately pushed her out. So she knows like this guy's like abnormal and very strong, but he don't know how to tap into his powers yet. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's something going on with him. It also helps that episodes aren't boring. They're actually very intriguing and it keeps you interested. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Freaking hoarder weapons, baby. But Gachiakuta, good anime. Let's keep this going though. Let's move to the next goddamn show, please. Oh yeah, baby. Fragrant Flowers, the show that Ghost had told me to go and watch, and now I'm watching it, now I'm in it, and I love it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. This is I love the show. Again, another romance anime. You know what? Hold on. Anna, what's your favorite anime? I have a feeling it's either Fragrant Flowers or freaking the Betrothed anime. Because like you really like these freaking romance anime so far. But this is good too. This is cute. God dang it. Like this dude fall head over heels for this chick, and this chick is doing the goddamn same thing, and it's just like, oh my god. But then the schools are like, you know, all the other students are like, oh, you can't be talking to the Chidori suckers. Oh, you can't talk to the Kikyo suckers. And it's like, suckers, it don't matter. All right, these two worlds will collide. Apparently. But even the teachers are also kind of like perpetuating this whole stereotype of that, oh, Kikyo, you know, they're so reserved. So if you talking to some dude from Chidori, you gonna get expelled, all right? You trash. Why you out here trying to date somebody from Chidori? You know how stupid they are? They dumb. All right, they get F's and D's, all right? they got their whole freaking papers is D's nuts, all right? Like that's how bad it is. Okay? But no, like they're still making it work, all right? The best friend here coming through for the you know for a girl and everything. She's like, please stop talking to her. Like, my dude, please stop talking to my best friend. And best friend's like, I can't do that, all right? Not best friend. I mean, the dude's like, I can't do that to the best friend, and she's like, God dang it! I knew you gonna say that. It's wholesome. I like it. I need more of this. I look forward to the next episode because I don't know how they're gonna resolve this situation because at the end of the day, they want to be together. Okay, like I know there's all this stuff in the way, but they want to be together and they're gonna find a way to do this one way or the other. All right, because like the friend group that he has, they just want him to trust in them so that he can actually talk to him about the situation that he has with this girl, but he ain't trying to do that either. So it's like, man, yeah, it's Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet better than Romeo and Juliet. I mean, Romeo and Juliet is because the ending to Romeo and Juliet is just like, bro, what? I don't know. All right, it is very sweet though. That man's forehead is crazy. It don't matter. All right, she's gonna give that thing a kiss. Right? I'll say a tracks without the tragedy. Exactly. Well, I don't know. Actually, we don't know if it's gonna be a tragedy. For all we know, they try to get together. She gets expelled from school. He gets maybe kicked out or something because like you're too stupid to be with this chick, so therefore you get kicked out. Like I have no idea. Maybe who knows? Maybe they run away together. Maybe this is like freaking. Actually, let me not do that. That literally spoils the end of that show. Let me not say that. I was about to spoil something. Let me be quiet. What makes Romeo and Juliet bad in my opinion? Yeah, exactly. It's that tragedy. Like again, like what? I just like, why? Also, it didn't also help with like if you know the context, like ages and stuff like that too when it comes to that freaking whole story. But we're not getting into all that, all right? Could have been solved a post-it note. I mean, did they even have post-it notes? All right. Wait, is there a top 5 anime of the season? Really? Well, what is your top 5? Hold on a minute. What's your top 5? Maybe we can talk about that then. Actually, now I'm thinking about it because there's a lot I'm watching this season. Just for a little try, yeah, it's a bit much. It is. But this is not. It's not enough. It's not enough. If you love a good love story, Fragrant Flowers is gonna be the show you need to watch. All right. If you want to just feel wholesome and feel all warm and fuzzy in your tum tums, you watch this show. All right. Shakespeare is the weird dude, possibly. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. God dang it. But you watch the show. God dang it. All right. Oh, is that it? I feel like I'm missing something, but you know what? Look, it is what it is. If that's what it is, then I guess we're done here. With that. That is the conclusion to the seasonal talk for this, right? So first off, if I had to choose my top 5 for this season so far, what would be number? Well, I guess number 1, because only because it's done. Number 1 would probably be Togepi's Original Sin, because like, I mean, that show's freaking fantastic. All right, so that'd be my number 1 for my top 5 anime of the season so far. So it'll be this one, Togepi's Original Sin. It'll be Rebirth Verse. Honestly, I think really stepped it up right there. So like after that episode, it makes me want to put it in the second place because it's just that good. I really like it. Man, it's kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult. I think my third favorite from the season, which is something from last season, 2B Hero X. I'll put 2B Hero X on there because the show's actually rounding out to be very good. This latest episode in of itself, very solid stuff, and just how everything's connected. Like Anna was talking about it, and she completely understands what's going on with the freaking show right now. Like it's the way everything is interconnected is actually insane. The having that girl trip, we understand the context of why she decided to go now at this time, and that's why we're seeing freaking Big Johnny out here going crazy. All right. I did not forget about Summer Pockets because that's not in my top 5. There is no facts. Get the crap out of here, Andy. Character show is interesting. I knew there's something I need to watch. I forgot about it. I'm sitting there like, there's another anime I need to watch, and I was telling Anna this. I'm like, I don't know what it is. I couldn't remember. Andy, stop it. How you doing, Andy? Welcome in. Summer Pockets, that is not on your list. It Ghost Tab. Is Summer Pockets in your top 5? And Those Flowers, Netflix, exactly. All right. Yeah, I want to know now, Anna. We're in the moment of talking about top 5s right now. All right. I'm trying to think. I think Fragrant Flowers will be my number 4. I think it'll be a number 4. Yeah. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna go down the list here. Like, I don't really want to put that in there. This fifth spot, this is difficult. Man. I don't know. Because it really depends on how the show goes. You know what? Because like I'm really interested in this show. I'll put Hikaru, Summer Hikaru Died as my number 5. I think that's what I'll do. That makes sense. I think that makes sense. So Togepi, Rebirth Verse, 2B X, Fragrant Flowers, and Hikaru, Summer Hikaru Died. That's my top 5 so far this season. That's my top 5. I had really had to think about it for a second because I was not sure. That final spot is very difficult only because, for all I know, the show for Fragrant Flowers could drop, or 2B X can just like fall off a cliff when it comes to the story, or any of these shows can really fall off, right? But I don't know. I think that's my top 5 right here. You said you were gonna check out Necromoncon, but I told you it sucked. Yeah, and I saw it on my list. I just decided not to watch it because you did say it sucked, and I was like, do I really want to waste my time watching this and then try to cover it and then not like it? So I was like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I wanted to put myself through that. You're talking about the other show that I need to check out. I'll check that one out, the karaoke one. I'm gonna look at that. God dang it. The top 5 for this season, not including continuations from last season. Patrol, Kaiju number 8. See, Kaiju number 8 would be on my top 5, but it's like I feel like it's not hitting for me just yet. Is the thing here, but that is a good contender. Togepi, Fragrant Flowers, and Danadon. Okay, I want to take off Hikaru and then move from 4 down, right? My second spot is actually Danadon. I totally forgot about Danadon. I'll put Danadon there. That's my number 2. All right. God dang. Wow. Yeah, it rebooted. It had to reboot. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, hold on a second. This is not. I knew something was wrong. This is why I was struggling on the 5th one. So I'm sitting there like, ain't no way. There's gotta be another show on this season that's like freaking hitting for me. And I'm like, what's happening? Because Donatello's fantastic. God dang, this season's been freaking killing it. It's been killing it. It's been killing it. But I gotta ask before I reveal what is Kagurabachi. No, what I'm gonna reveal is for the top anime this week. What is your pick for the top anime this week? What is your pick, guys? I want to know. I want to know. Because, like, Danadon could easily take it. I mean, even though I don't talk about it in here, which I might bring it back up in next week's seasonal talk. But, like, since I didn't talk about it in here, it can still win. Any show that I'm watching can still win, even if I don't talk about it within the scope of, like, all the pictures and stuff like that, right? Like, it can still actually take a dub, just so you know. So, this is what makes the winner of this very sporadic, and you sometimes you'll never know what it is. You know what I mean? So what is your pick? I want to know. I'm kind of curious. Even though you didn't mention it, I really love that they're doing with the story and how it's being told. Yeah, same. I again, when you were breaking it down, I was like, oh, everything's making sense now. I do like what they're doing. It's very connected, and I love how connected it is. The way the stories in BRX connects is great. How little Johnny's backstory includes Ghostblade and how well Lucky Sign with the plane crash. Yeah, right. I was like, oh, it's just so clean. Like, I don't know how they constructed this with all these characters actually coming. Like, you know how hard this is to tell a story like this, Zaya. And it's funny too because again, To Be Your Hero X could have easily went off the freaking aura farming situation and just made a bombastic anime show with a bunch of fighting. And I'm pretty sure all the brain dead anime watchers will love that, right? But this show is taking a concept and like putting so much thought into it that I am impressed. I never seen an anime do something like this, like of this caliber, to make it all make sense. Like it's seamless of how everything connects so well. It's impressive. It's impressive writing on that part. So the creator of freaking 2BR X, you're doing a fantastic job in being able to tell this story, and the animation going along with. Again, 2BR X should be a show everybody's talking about, but again, the reason why the show isn't is simply because it is a complex anime. It's not. I'm not even catching everything myself. Anna, again, is helping me out with understanding what's going on in the show, because there's a lot happening in this anime and everything does connect. But like, it's one of those things where this show's so much worth watching. Like, it's such a good show, and it just sucks that we're not getting the same type of popularity and push that this should be getting. But like Soul Leveling gets, right? Soul Leveling gets all the push because it's just, you know, it's a Crunchyroll anime. It's also the fact that it's just a very basic show that you can understand with very little explanation, right? And that's why it's working. You know what I mean? It's not just about freaking animation. It's never been about just animation. It's just all about how you can understand the story itself. I think we still need to be introduced to 3 more heroes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, same, man. I don't know, same. Close second to summer. Bluegrass, shut up, okay? I've only been watching Gachiakuta, so that's my win for me by default. Okay. But you say you ain't watching Summer Pockets. My top pick was Rebirth Verse. I'm a sucker for twist endings. I am too, man. That twist ending was freaking fantastic. The other one missing is a Silent Witch and a Pockets Bringer and a Let's Go character. That's true. I need to write it down somewhere so I remember where it is, or put it in my freaking like watch list thing so I know where they're at. Cause I be struggling to find these anime sometimes. God dang it. Same storyline, just from a different lens. Didn't think I would care about Summer Pockets' character Umi, and all right, I think. Man, you great because you're absolutely right. I don't care about her too, bro. Like, again, I was just terrified where this was potentially going. All right, and I'm glad they didn't go that direction. But like, you know, I don't really care like that. God dang it, Summer Pockets not getting the recognition it deserves. And you watch the show. The show that won this week for Anime of the Week. It is actually not Tokufi. Even though the show's done and this is his last chance to win, it didn't win it. It was actually Rebirth Verse. Okay, I'm sorry. That episode was fantastic. I had to say what when I got done with it, because I was like, what is happening? Because this show just did something I didn't expect it to do. And yeah, this show stepped it up. Whereas other shows, they started off strong, falling off. This one started off a little on the slower end, picked it up greatly, and this week's episode was freaking fantastic. So Rebirth Verse deserves this week's win for seasonal talk. Okay, so that's the dub here. It gets the dub. It's great. God dang it. Christmas Garga show was recognized about this. Oh my God! Hey, well, watch yourself, Sarah. Watch yourself, go stab. Yeah, go feel like trash. Reverse goes downhill. Look, you're the one. You're the one that recommended it to me. So we're gonna see if this still holds up. We're gonna see if it still holds up. I'm thinking it will. I don't think it's gonna fall off. It should be fine. It should be fine. But with that said, I've been streaming for far too long. I didn't realize how long it's been. It's already 8 o'clock. I gotta get the heck out of here. I will be back in probably like 30 minutes or so to get the stream going for the Twitch side of things. So twitch.tv/Thabreakmaster. I will be over there. What I'll be playing, I have no idea. We're gonna find out together. It could just be a Balatro night and just talking. Who knows? We'll see what happens, god dang it. But I hope to see y'all there. Okay? Okay. Because that's the last stream we're gonna be for this week. We should have like another short for... Well, not short, actually, because Chainsaw Man didn't come out. But we should have a short for actually Kagurabachi that we put on the YouTube channel, so go check that out when it does come out. And Kagurabachi should be coming out probably tomorrow, so just, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout, all right? Yeah. Is our on these shows, by the way? Oh, it is? Okay. Oh, yeah, okay, nice. Thank you. Appreciate it. Kira, can I, we could, hey, look, we could possibly sing, who knows, all right? Yeah, I'll see y'all on Twitch. Don't say move you, sucker. God dang it. So like the stream real quick before y'all leave. It helps with the algorithm to push it out to more people. Like, the more likes this happens, I saw, like, an uptick on views and stuff like that. So, hey, do give it a like. I do appreciate it. It helps, all right? More people come in here and they want to talk anime, they can talk anime with us. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel. And leave comments below if you want to talk any other animes that I haven't been watching. Because I'm watching a lot, but you know what? We can always add more. All right? I think we'll have. All right. Until then, people, break